I do. Where have you all come from? You were here a minute ago, was you? You've missed all the action here. We've had a right night, I can tell you. Who am I? The donkey, of course, over here. The one with the ears. That's right. I'm just about to go and join the other donkeys to have a well-earned rest. But before I do, I'd better tell you what's been happening here in Bethlehem. As you can tell by the accent, I'm not from round these parts. My hometown's a little place called Nazareth. Perhaps you've heard of it. It's a long way past Wolverhampton, though. It all started some time ago. There I was, minding my own business, munching some grass in a field at the back of Josie's woodshop, when out he come, with his wife Mary, and saddled me all up. In a right old hurry he was. They needed to get to Bethlehem quick. You could see they'd left it a bit late. And that Mary, you should have seen her. Hadn't she put some weight on recently? Apparently, they'd got to go to this town Bethlehem to register. Some census, something. I suppose it's got something to do with taxes. Anyway, Mary got on my back. Oh, Gutek. Heavy? She was only a slip of a girl. By gum, she's putting the pounds on lately. I really was loaded down. Off we set. And after a long, long journey, we finally got to this town here, Bethlehem. And we looked around for somewhere to stay. I can tell you I was fair puffed out by that time. We'd been on the road several days. And I was looking forward to a nice warm stable where I could put my feet up and have a nice long sleep before the journey back home. But it wore as easy as that. You see, the world and his mother had come to Bethlehem to register for this here census. And all of them needed somewhere to stay. We went from in to in and out. And there was nowhere about. All the rooms had been taken days ago. It wore really the fault of the innkeeper's mind. They wanted to help, but they couldn't. They were simply full to overflowing. In the end, we were getting pretty desperate, because it was obvious that Mary was getting really distressed. So Joseph tried one last time at an inn on the outskirts of town. As you can see, they hadn't got any room either. But when the keeper's wife saw the state of Mary, well, she offered us the stable at the back of the inn, as a good un. It meant having to sleep with all the cows and this lot. And there was no bed for Mary to lie down on. Mind, that wore helped by the fact that Joseph said he was just having a baby. But it was better than being outside. And it's reasonably dry. And it's sheltered from the cold wind at night. So Joseph thanked her and into the stable we went. Well, that night there was such a lot of coming and going. Buckets of water brought in, buckets of water going out. And what do you think? Blooming baby crying. That's right, a baby. Born in a manger. You know, them hoppers that we eat the straw from. But you know, straight away there seemed something different. It wasn't just the bright light coming from the sky up there. It was the fact that he was such a peaceful baby. Not long after that, some really rough lads came to the stable. Oh dear. I thought there might be some trouble, because they were shepherds. And you know what shepherds are like. Well, they spend most of their lives on the hills, and then, on the rare occasions when they do come into town, they're usually looking for some fun. Pretty rough fun, normally. But this time they were different. They'd heard about the baby. Who from, I course say. They mentioned something about hearing voices from the sky. I ask you. Oh, well, that's shepherds. But there they were, desperate to see the newborn baby. They even bought him a present, a newborn lamb. And these chaps were so quiet and gentle. Not like shepherds at all. And if that were odd enough, a bit later on, 3 really rich chaps come in, with all the servants and camels, and they all stopped by the stable, and you could see they weren't from around here. Not by them clothes and strange appearances. They must have been travelling days, if not weeks, to get here. Well, they heard about this baby, don't know how. They came into the stable and knelt in front of him, and they gave him some really expensive stuff. Now I mean expensive. Gold, frankincense, myrrh, not your everyday prezzies. Then, when they were about to go, they warned Joseph, and they said him and Mary shouldn't go back to Nazareth. Something about a king, Herod, saying he wanted to come and see the baby, but the wise men didn't think he meant in a good way. They thought he was planning something really bad. So now we've got to go somewhere else. Egypt, apparently. Goodness knows where that is. And guess who's gone to have to carry everything? Yep, Muggins. And give Mary and the baby a ride, I tell you. It's all warm stables and straw for us donkeys. I think we'll be setting off soon. So, look, I want to make the most of this rest. It's the last one I'll get for a good few weeks. Ta-ra a bit.